Welcome back, everybody. We are up in the Hollywood Hills, and so I'm at Paul Reubens' house. This house is now for sale. I wanted to show it. I thought it would be open for viewing right now. It's all the way up in this canyon. It's really cool. I'm going to add a clip right after I'm done talking right here and show you the house that's now for sale. This is where Pee-wee, I'm not sure if he passed away here, but he bought this in 1985. What a great year. Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Paul Reubens I love. I've always loved Pee-wee's Playhouse, Pee-wee himself, and all his other movies he did. So I thought I'd be able to get closer, but we're going to go to two places today. We're going to go to actually the Pee-wee's house in South Pasadena, but I thought I'd start here and show you guys. Well, I'll show a clip of what this looks like since it is for sale for about $5 million right now. So like I said, we're up in the Hollywood Hills, and this is the canyon right here that leads up to Pee-wee's house. And that is the house for sale. I'll be showing you that. I know they're doing viewings today. I was hoping that they would be doing it while we were here, but here's the front door and the call box. Stained glass. Look at this. Interesting rock work. It's really something else. And I can hear like it's a waterfall up there. And everything, the interior is all the same from when Pee-wee got it. Even that fence is cool. Walk over here real quick and try to show you guys a little bit more. Didn't want anybody climbing around right there. And this was his view. Every time coming home or just walking outside, the Hollywood sign. It's really close to the Bronson Caves, and the Bronson Caves is the Batman Caves, if you don't know. And so this is the house right here. It's a mid-century modern 3-bedroom house, and it's been untouched since Paul Reubens has lived there. I mean, he was the only person since 1985, and it's got views of almost 360 degrees overlooking to LA, Griffith Park, and also the Hollywood sign. So it's very mid-century modern. Everything in it is really, really cool and up to date as well. So I found this on Instagram, and I know a few people have been posting it, but this is just a quick idea of what you would be getting for $5 million. I think it's really cool. I was happy. The reason I even went up to the house is just because I came across this. Like I said, it is available for viewings. You can book a viewing if you just Google search Paul Reubens' house. You'll be able to find it too, and I think it's really cool. So if you know anything about it or want to share something, let me know. And this is about all you can see from this side. I know if you go online, you can schedule a time if you wanted to view it. Hey, look at the bicycle. It's not Pee-wee's bicycle, but a bicycle left behind. Wanted to give one more view before I head down. Look at these houses down here in the canyon. So cool. Such a view too. It is a little bit cloudy this morning, but it should burn off. A lot of famous people and a lot of stories up in these hills. There it is. Rest in peace, Paul Reubens. Now off to the Pee-wee house. Okay, it's warming up. It's a little bit later on Saturday afternoon. We've made it over to Oxley Street in South Pasadena. I gotta say, my mind is blown what is right over here, and I think you guys have an idea anyways, but the year was 1985, I believe, when Pee-wee's Big Adventure came out, and I was obsessed with Pee-wee Herman. My mom took me to see the movie. I thought he was the funniest guy. I think I dressed up for him as Halloween. I know I had the doll that was just, you know, you'd pull the cord. I know you are, but what am I? And all those famous lines. We've been to Cabazon. We were there after Paul Reubens passed. And without further ado, let me show you Pee-wee's house. The house looks great. He would add all his stuff on the lawn here. Oh, he would have came out and petted all his little things and started the sprinklers. A few things have changed. They have the box over on the side where he'd press the code to get his bike. I think, what is it? I know Adams and Justin have been here multiple times. in the back. That's still there from the movie. Oh, wow, it's so cool. And then on the side, right over there is where the keypad was. I'll try to show you a little bit more in the back too. Okay, so I stepped across the street to show you guys. Right here would have been where Francis was walking down, and Pee Wee was walking out of the back right here. He was bringing his bicycle, and Francis and Pee Wee meet right on this corner. And that's where Francis lets Pee Wee know that it's his birthday, and he says for his birthday he wants his bike. And he says, no, it's not for sale. And he says, well, everything's negotiable. And Pee Wee falls down laughing here, and the classic "I know you are, but what am I" line goes back and forth there. And yeah, right here, so iconic. Pop culture for sure. I love this movie. I'm so glad, you know, I was around at the time when it was new, and even now it still holds up. Tim Burton, great director. And a lot of people probably know now that Tim Burton was behind it. And the more you watch it now, you can kind of tell that he's kind of got some quirky things with Tim Burton, you know, and just his sort of humor. And he's actually in the movie too. We do go kindly to strangers around here, and Pee Wee gives out the big hiss at him on the Warner Brothers backlot. But yeah, it's right here. Wow, 4 decades ago, but yeah, it still holds up pretty well. So in this neighborhood, while looking around too and walking around, there's all these like craftsman style houses, and this would be the Craftsman if you don't know. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Grand Californian over at Disneyland there. I've stayed there a couple times. Really cool theme. Also, I remember, what is it? Pee Wee, he's telling his neighbor right here, he's like, all right, I'm going to turn on my sprinklers. And then he's like, okay, Pee Wee. And he shuts his window because it's blasting his window right there. But yeah, it's been some time. It sure has. Finally made it here, Mom. 39 years later. And for Paul Reubens, au revoir, Pee Wee. And since I was so close, about a half mile away at Bushnell, that tree right there is where George McFly would have been bird watching over here at Lorraine's house. 1727, actually. Right there is Lorraine's house. Bushnell Avenue, South Pasadena. And my favorite movie, of course. And this is where George would have fell in the street, and Marty would have pushed him out of the way, Michael J. Fox, and that's where he gets hit. And Lorraine's dad says, hit another one of those damn kids. And that's where it all starts. Good old 1965, I believe. Wait, 50. What's wrong with me? Yep, that's her house. Wow. Another house I like to show too is Biff's house right here, where Biff would come out. I'm going to get my car, Grandma. And he would have came down there. And even in the one part where he tears in right here, that bush is still there too, which is actually kind of neat if you're a fan of the movie like I am. That's, wow. What a great year for movies. 1985. From Bushnell Avenue, South Pasadena. As always, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, as always, send them to me. South Pasadena, Back to the Future, Paul Reubens, Pee Wee. What a great time. 1985. So many good movies. You know, they just don't make them like that anymore. The stuff they're coming out with now doesn't even hold a candle. But as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.